Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chef's Meal, where we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between. Sean, this actually, so we had some time, or I had some time, and you're hearing this first off, Sean. Okay? Let me know how you feel about it, because I'm really proud about this. However, let's do it.
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a change one.
Oh, welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
Doing it big for 2020. Hey.
Yes.
That's
how it goes, Sean.
Rush hours in the building.
That's how that goes. Thank you. Hopefully we don't get marked.
You know what? it'll be one strike. It'll be one YouTube strike.
That's okay.
We'll go from there.
We're making sure that everybody's in. But Sean, we talk about whatever and everything else in between. Now,
that's right.
There's a lot that's happened, specifically for me.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's get everyone caught up.
Yeah, we'll get everybody caught up. First of all, quick question. Did you get your presents from Santa for 2019?
I did get presents. I did get some of my presents from Santa.
Okay. Did you get all of them that you wanted? That's important.
I'm a pretty simple dude, so everything that I received is something that I did want, and some stuff that I needed, and then there's some other stuff that's sitting in Jersey waiting for me to pick up.
Nice.
So I don't know what that stuff is, but I'm gonna assume it works. It'll fit into that.
Okay.
As well.
Well, that's pretty good. I have. See, I'm a simple dude myself. I like, and I will always ask this to my wife. Socks. I love socks. I don't know what it is.
Hey.
I just love it. I've always been purchasing socks ever since I was 20. I rotate them every 6 months. It's just, I love it. Okay. I don't know why I have a thing for socks. So if you guys want to send the socks to me, just let me know. The emails are over there.
Amazon wish list.
I will send you my address. I don't care. Send me some socks. Okay. However, Sean, I do wanna show you what I actually got. So I have the Instagram right here, and let's flip it to the other screen. So really quickly, you can see my actual page. So for Christmas, this is what I got, Caitlin.
Wow.
Sean, can you tell them what you're seeing right now on the screen?
I see some custom socks with Casey's face on it. So apparently Caitlin can walk all over it.
So for my wife, I got her for Christmas custom blue socks with my beautiful face in it, with a creepy kind of smile. So she'll always know that I'm there supporting her with my face as she walks.
Right.
And you can see like different versions of it. Sometimes it's a little more blown out, like that's like messed up, creepy.
Okay, I was just about to ask, like, was it that way on purpose, or is it kind of stretched?
It's stretched because
like
of
on her feet?
the fabric, which is kind of cool altogether.
Okay.
There's a Casey with a flatter face. Look at that. See that? Casey with a bigger forehead. So you get like a mix of everybody kind of in one go. So that's what I got her. And then for actually New Year's, and this is the first time, and I actually texted you about this, I made donuts. That's how it came out. These are classic donuts.
They look good.
So these are like the crumbly cake version. With a little glaze on. I'm getting fancy, Sean. The hell, man.
Fancy.
And then also one other thing, I made a cheese board.
Wow.
Yep, I sent it to Rachel. I'm like, fuck you. Check this out. Little inside joke between
grapes
all the chefs. Rachel loves to make cheese boards, and she thinks she's the best when they can make it. Well, you know what?
What type of cheese
you
got
Rach.
there? I still work with her, so that's just Casey right there.
That's just me. Yeah, I'm just a salty mouse sucker. However, did you know? I didn't know this. In the superstores, during, I'm assuming like excess of it, these cheeses are like the extra bits that didn't get sold, so they'll chop it off of the main block, and these go on like sale. So all these like 6 ounce like kind of chunks of it are $3 a piece. That's $3. That's $3. That's $3. So it was like,
not bad.
It was a freaking discount, man. I was going bananas. Anyway, that's a cheese board. And then one final for you, Sean. So as you know, we have a new cat. Her name's Luna.
That's it.
I posted this everywhere, and I just want to show you a quick video.
Okay.
Of Luna. I marked this jumping into 2020 like. Caught that the first frame, Sean. Caught that the first frame. I did not know that she was going to do that in the first go around.
The internet is a better place for that.
Yeah. And then a quick catch up, or a quick little thing. I'm unemployed. Finally. Thank you. We'll pat myself on the back there. I finally put in my unemployment because we got the final check. That's just kind of waiting on its whole thing. And I had to call my 401k because I completely forgot about it. Have you ever had to file for unemployment?
Yes, I have. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had.
I've never had to. This was first for me. It was it was an interesting experience because there's a lot of information that they want to kind of capture and a lot of verbiage that I had no idea what the hell I was talking about. But anyway, filled that out. I'm expecting it in like, I don't know, a couple weeks or whatever, hopefully. And then I should be okay. I'm like fully rested. I'm gonna take this in stride. And then the last week of January, I'm gonna push hard and find me a second job, or rather another job, as I call it. But yeah, man, that's the update with me. I go back to court January 9th for the infamous ticket. Finally.
Oh boy! So like, is the police officer going to show up this time?
I have no idea. Hopefully they show up because throw it out. Like, you know, this has been like 3 or 4 times. They've repeat. I have no idea. It's a state trooper, so I don't even know if they're gonna show up. I have no clue. I'm gonna show up. They're not there. I'm like, can we get this expunged? I don't even know what that.
Right. Sure. It's like, I'd hate to take up any more of the court's time.
Yeah.
So, what can we do today?
I have no idea. Hopefully, they just let me go, be out my business.
Right.
But if
they're like, that happened in 2019. It was last decade.
It was
don't throw it out of.
It was last year.
Don't throw it out of court.
And then one more final thing for you, Sean. I know,
yes,
because we haven't spoken a bit because I know you're busy. I know what you do, especially this time of year. And I know inventory was a pain. You see my cat right now behind me.
Yeah, I see. Hey,
see her? Is she using the restroom? Okay, I'm gonna block her for a second. News for you, and I'm proud to say this. I've been battling to become a citizen for the longest time here in the United States. Okay, my papers finally have fallen through in a good way. January, mark this down. January 28th, Tuesday. Sean, I officially go for my interview to become a U.S. citizen.
So what's the price? Oh man, I'm
23 years in the making.
So happy for you. What's the process post interview? Like, where? Yeah, let's.
Okay, we can talk about that quickly. The process post interview, it takes money, and this is where it becomes a little. It's really difficult for a lot of immigrants because 1, you need to get a lawyer. 2, you need to file for an application. And you kind of need a lawyer to understand all the verbiage that comes with it. You can do it yourself.
Sure.
But through a lawyer, it will go faster because they've already gone through all the prompts. And it just goes straight directly. That's what we did. And the lawyer's kind of fee is, as you know, they're all steep. I actually paid the last invoice yesterday to the lawyer for said interview. But the process thereof, you apply, they go back and forth. I have a bunch of papers that I kind of need to fill out. I need to take a med exam that actually happens today, a little later on. That's why I can't.
Okay.
After 2 p.m. Official medical exam for immigration status. So it has like a specific doctor that I have to go through. I need to get a physical. The whole thing. There's a whole lot that happens. I need to get my fingerprint done. That happened way before. My wife also, Caitlin, does it. And then after all that's done, for the next couple of weeks, the lawyer, myself and my wife have to prep for the interview because we're going to be in a court, essentially.
Sure.
And they ask us a bunch of questions. They ask me. I have to take a test, like a physical written test. And then if I don't bomb any of those, U.S. citizen.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Long time coming, man.
Look. I'll be proud to salute under one flag with you.
So yeah,
as opposed to the other flags that I'm wearing around my neck right now.
It was nice. I got the final paperwork in the mail, I think a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, oh, it's happening. So, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Thanks,
what's up,
man.
Yeah,
I know I've been telling you quite a bit about it, but now it's like official.
Yeah.
It took 23 years, literally 23 years.
Hey, man, start of the decade is the time to get it right.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So now I can...
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, now they can actually tie stuff to my name.
Right.
Because otherwise you couldn't find me. There's no database on my name here in the US, like at all. Like if you type my name right now, you can't find it.
There's nothing.
There's nothing that comes up. You might find some other stuff, but you need to know my full name for that to happen. But since I don't say that, when I go, however, Sean, I just want to. It's a special day. It's a special day, man. I know. Thank you. But at the end of it, you know what?
Get nothing.
Any changes with you, Sean? How is everything else though? I haven't spoken to you in like 2 weeks, two and a half weeks.
I feel like it's been forever. Yeah, so I mean, as far as big changes at work, obviously it's the end of the busy season for the year, and I have learned a lot over those last 4 weeks. To kind of adapt my management style to the personnel that we have on hand.
Yeah.
And, kind of assess where people are, where I think that people can get to, and where I think I can get them. And, start to make those real decisions. I feel like there was kind of a reprieve in terms of like hitting certain performance metrics in that kind of transition over the last month. But as of, the other day, January 1, things get real.
Yeah, no, real quick.
real quick.
It's
so,
steep. It's literally busy, and you're just like, boom, chopped off.
Yeah, it falls off,
Nothing.
right? But sometimes like that extra bit of business can kind of hide some hurt.
Yeah.
But like I said, now it's real. So that's the new stuff on that front. As far as home front, one of the things we're trying to do for, obviously the beginning of the year, it's not even a resolution, is teach our daughter to sleep in her own bed.
No.
That's a big one. You would think it would be a lot easier than it is. But it's a lot of tears. A lot of tears, and you kind of like break down that little bit of separation anxiety, despite the fact that, she's in her crib all of 5 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm sure to her it feels like she's miles away. And, the plan is to kind of get her used to that, and then we'll slowly, bring her back into the bedroom that we're paying a lot for.
They'll get there eventually. You just got to keep
Yeah.
I think
that's it.
I remember when we were doing it to my brother, because I helped raise him when I was younger. It took a few weeks maybe, and then after that it was fine. But like we didn't have a crib. It was like a made up bed, and we made rails for it. Okay. Kinda, we had to make do. This was still in the Philippines, and then after that it was fine. And then we let him cry. My mother's like, "You cried. He's gonna cry. You're all gonna get over it. We move on."
It breaks your heart, man. It literally breaks your heart. It's like the first night she cried for 2 hours, like pretty much so we were going according to the book, right? The book is like, all right, you got to let him step out the room, let him cry for like 10 minutes, and then go in and check on him, soothe him back down, then step back out. And man, that process went for 2 hours before she finally like tired herself asleep. And it just, as a parent, it's hard to fight the instinct to kind of like soothe your kid, and you're hoping that like you're not making the wrong mistake in the short term. Obviously, for the long term, she has to be able to kind of like, sleep on her own and exist in a space and comfort, without us to some measure. But yeah, that's the big thing.
Wow. Oh, it's up there. Have you guys been giving her like different foods now too?
Oh yeah. So once we started to get to like 11 months, we were introducing her to foods before, but she was pretty much still subsisting on like the formula. And we're slowly starting to like work her away from it and kind of expand out her boundaries. And thus far, she's pretty much taken to everything pretty well. We haven't seen anything crazy. But again, some of like the big allergens, like shellfish, I'm not, because I know I have allergies to some of that stuff. So,
but you'll never know if it passes down though. So like that's the main thing. Like my mother always said, or rather, of everyone that has a lot of kids, they're like, you can even take the test, whatever, if you wanted to, but it's never fully 100% until your kid actually tries said food. Yeah, we can do tests. Yeah, we can find out, but you'll never know. Like, for example, remember Sarah, a buddy of mine, or a friend of mine, Sarah, used to work with us.
Yeah,
she's allergic to citrus, but it's such a broad thing. You'll never know. However, Sarah cannot be in the same room if you're cutting oranges. The fumes and everything will mess her up.
Right.
It will fuck her up.
So it's that severe.
But she can eat the actual fruit inside. But you wouldn't know otherwise, right? Are you allergic to the peel? Are you allergic to the other protein? Are you allergic to the stems inside? You'll never know. So until you can finally definitively know what you're allergic to, you're fine. Just like yourself, you're allergic to shellfish, sorta.
Yeah.
Right.
Sort of. Yeah. Like
you can't do oysters.
I could eat some lobster. Scallops are weird. Scallops are weird. And then like mussels and clams. That's a no-go.
So mollusks, nothing.
That's a no-go.
So it's just, they give you a broad answer, but not until you know it fully that you would know you're allergic. Just like me, I didn't know I was allergic to chocolate until I consumed it in different forms of it. So exactly which one gave me a thing, but I'm definitely allergic to penicillin. That I cannot do. That was a different allergy altogether. That was anaphylaxis.
Sweet, life-saving penicillin.
It was like, should we just give you... Oh, anyway. Different thing for different altogether. However, Sean, that brings us to... news really quickly. Let's bring it up into the main screen now. As you know, a lot of new things. Top of the year. This is where most of the restaurants slow down. However, for the smarter ones, this is where the big campaigns happen, so they can push it enough till we get to February-ish. So the main thing with restaurants, you need to get to the first 5 weeks of the lump until Valentine's Day, and then you're kind of okay. But that's the main hurdle. So for Papa John's, they are giving the extra cheesy Alfredo garlic parmesan pizza. That's a lot of cheese, and they make it so cheesy.
That is a lot of
That's a lot of everything. So they have Alfredo sauce on it with 2 types of cheeses already, and parmesan on top of it for $10.
Okay.
Take my money. Now, if you're into ice cream like I am, we actually get the non-dairy version here at the house because it really messes up with our system. Like when we consumed that cheese board that I showed you, 5 minutes.
Oh boy! So it was just for the gram.
It was just like, damn. Now I gotta do it. However, the Breyers Company with a new logo, if you can see it, has a new cinnamon ice cream that's mixed with swirls and dough pieces. Just in case you didn't get enough cinnamon swirl flavor, they insert the fucking like the Cinnabon inside it, so you can consume it as well. And I think this one's going for, how much is it? Oh, I didn't tell you. I thought it was like gonna be like $8 or something like that, but it's a quart to begin with. And then finally, Gushers. When was the last time you had a Gusher? Can you remember?
Easily 20 years.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I'm not a big candy guy, but I can't remember having Gushers after elementary school.
But this looks kind of cool too.
Wow, even longer than that.
It's the galactic version, Sean. I clicked on it because it was purple. Purple is my favorite color.
Yeah, asteroid, apple, berry star cluster, and unidentified flavor object.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But it says in about greetings, Earthling, etc., etc. $5.88 per box of 20 pouches. That cannot be healthy, man. Like, what is going on,
I'm
guys?
sure it's not, but it's candy. I think you just gotta eat it in.
It's just
moderation.
candy. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die someday anyway, so might as well just. That's a little morbid, but Sean, let's get into it. Is it? I hear it. It's coming.
Uh-oh.
Well, get ready for 2020.
Hey.
Sean Stack Tuesday. Sean Stack Tuesday.
Sean's Tech Tuesday.
Sean's
Making
Tech
sure
Tuesday.
we're going into the 2020 strong. Sean.
That's it. Yeah.
What you got for us?
This is what I got. So the New Year's always means new tech, and the newest tech is always announced at the annual Consumer Electronics Show. It's also known as CES. So CES is held in Las Vegas in early January, and the biggest tech companies from all around the world come out to show off the products they plan to have on store shelves in the current year and lay down the foundation for the goods and services that they intend to release in the years to come. So this year's CES is held next week, January 7th to 10th. And here are some of the tech things that the experts expect to see. So AMD will be out, and they'll be talking about their next line of high-end GPUs in their Radeon line. And they might even give a better glimpse into the APU tech that's going to power the new Xbox and the PlayStation coming out holiday 2020.
Yeah.
LG, Lucky Gold Star, they'll be showing off their newest series of high-end OLED 4K and 8K TVs.
Because who needs 8K right now?
You need them. And apparently their high-end TV is a transparent OLED prototype.
Wow.
Right. So if you aren't already know, OLEDs are organic light emitting diodes, and those right now make the best quality picture on 4K and 8K TVs. I think you can start to find OLED TVs starting at about $1,300.
Yeah,
and it can scale up to be a couple of thousand. But yeah, those are some of the best TVs on the market. Sony makes them, LG makes them, and
some phones have them too. They just
some phones use them. Yeah, but yeah, they make, again, I think the latest iPhone and Galaxies use them, and some of the Google Pixels use them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so their biggest thing is they're gonna have a transparent one. So, if you can hang it on the wall, you can kind of see through it. It's gonna blend in, and when you turn it on, it's gonna give you amazing picture. But that's gonna be one of the ones that initially is aimed at businesses. And I'm sure in time they'll scale it down and make it so that it fits in houses, at a reasonable price. They'll probably also show off their latest range of household appliances like smart washers, air purifiers, robo vacuums, and smart cupboards, to help you pick out your clothes, apparently.
Can you just imagine it's just a blank screen and shit just pop up in it?
Right. I know, like, Samsung right now, they have 4K TV called, like, The Wall. And when you put it up on the wall, it looks like a framed picture. Or no, sorry, it's called The Frame. That's what it's called. It's called The Frame.
Here's a couple. Yeah, you can see kind of what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the tech for the coming years. I mean, they've already made TVs great, and now they're gonna make them kind of blend seamlessly into your home and not look like TVs, except for when you want them to.
That's a smaller version of it. Wow.
Yeah. So LG also, they also do high-end phones, but they usually don't talk about them at this time of year. But they'll be talking about their mid-range mobile phones, the more price-friendly ones. Intel is probably going to talk about their first discrete GPU. Mm-hmm. They've been rumored to be making a graphics unit for years, and it looks like this year is when they're going to show off that tech. And they'll also probably talk about their new 10 nanometer desktop CPUs that'll challenge the industry for the market in power and efficiency. Mm-hmm. So that'll be cool to look at. I mean, they already have 10 nanometer CPUs in laptops, but if they can start to get them in desktops, it's going to mean for smaller form factors, less heat, less power draw. It's just good for everybody. Yeah. It's good for the environment, NVIDIA will probably be there to talk about their newest version of the NVIDIA Shield, which is a really cool streaming box. The Shield is low-key one of the better emulation boxes if you're looking to kind of do that type of thing with your tech. Mm-hmm. Samsung is rumored to show off their new zero bezel QLED TV. So again, the bezel is the piece of plastic or frame that goes around the television. Mm-hmm. And again, Samsung's been trying to get them smaller and smaller over time. Again, the idea is like, now that they figured out how to make TVs look good, now they need to make them look good in your home and not stand out.
Like almost like bezel-less. Like, look at that.
Right. That's what, and again, when you think about like your cell phone, that's what they try to get to is, the slimmest possible bezel. So, you just look like you're just looking at your information. Like you're not, reminded that it is in fact a television you're looking at, but something that just kind of falls into your environment, your living room, your office, whatever have you.
Wait, is that for real? That's $70,000?
Look, man.
What
again,
the fuck?
they start out. They always start out expensive.
It's
to kind of prove
inches,
it, and they're not gonna. Right. Yeah. I mean, they showed off a TV last year that was 219 inches. Again, this is not something that's designed to be in anyone's house, unless you're like Shaq. I guess.
Is it, Sean? Is it?
Hey, look. But what you want is to see that they can do these things, and in 5 to 10 years, that technology kind of becomes cheap enough to fit into the stuff that you could buy at a Best Buy. Yeah. You can get on Amazon and ship to your house. Samsung will probably show updates to their Tizen operating system. Mm-hmm. That's the smart TV platform that they made. That's kind of similar to Roku TV or Android TV. Sony's also going to be expected to show off their newest audiovisual gear, receivers, televisions, and the like. But they might take some time to talk about PlayStation 5 and the newest versions of the PlayStation VR. Mm-hmm. And personally, as a gamer, I'm looking forward to the improvements in mid-range 4K TVs, because that's something that I'd like to purchase in the next year. And I'd like to see if better support for HDR, variable refresh rate, and FreeSync make their way to the products that'll be in my price range. And, maybe if they do, it might even make some of the things like OLEDs that are currently out a little bit cheaper. And maybe that'll fall into my price range.
Maybe.
We'll see. But yeah, that's Tech Tuesday. CES, it's always cool. It's always January. And again, it lays out the roadmap for the products down the line.
It's quite a bit of information, a whole lot of things happening all in one go. I do just want to tie in one little thing to you, Sean.
Sure.
The actual video game releases, again, as we're kind of looking into it, because all the drop of the new ones happens. However, if you are more, like I still have my console. I'm not sure I'm going to get the PS5. I have no idea. Only because, one, my PC can handle it.
You got a PC.
And it's just like, now I'm so spoiled, because now if I can get the same experience from here to the console, maybe. But am I going to shell out another $500 just to get that?
I would probably say you shouldn't.
I don't know.
I think you, as a PC guy, you should have Game Pass. That's what you need. Like, you have the hardware, get Game Pass. It's $10 a month or whatever, and you get access to all of the dopest indie games, Microsoft's first party stuff, and it rotates in and out like Netflix. Again, I can't say it enough. That's one of the coolest things to happen in the decade, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that continues going forward. But yeah, if I had a dope PC spec like yours is, that's what I would probably do. And then if there were some exclusives, on like, let's say like Nintendo or Sony, maybe I'd get one of those consoles a little bit further down the line when they get cheaper, and the library for that stuff gets cheaper.
No, absolutely. Because I'm not even purchasing any games. I'm just looking at Twitch and just the people streaming so I can get that kind of same roughly experience. Because one, I don't want to purchase it because I know I'll play it. Two, I don't want to down that many hours into it unless it's an actual game that I really want to play. AKA, let's just fast forward to March 2020. I think the biggest March, April, May, June, July. Always the blockbuster hits for the newest games, pre-releases into the next year. Or you wait November, September, October, where usually all the mainstream like 2K, Call of Duty, the big games kind of remaking themselves. However, March 2020, in my opinion, would be quite amazing because of this one thing, Sean, right here.
Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first part. The first part of their remake. Yeah, March 2020. And again,
that excites the hell out of me right there.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Also, April 2020, this is already pre-ordered. Cyberpunk 2077. It's from the same producers and game developers of Witcher. CD Projekt Red, one of my favorite freaking companies ever. I played Witcher a lot. It's the number 2 slot on the amount of hours I've downed in a game, next to Final Fantasy VII Classic on the PS1. But that's gonna be I can't wait for that one. And then I know you're a pretty big fan. My brother, huge fan.
The Last of Us, one classic. Of the greatest games of
amazing,
all time.
Amazing. If you haven't played it already, please pick it up. Even though it's I don't know, 8 years ago now, 10 years maybe. The first one, right?
Yeah, just almost. It feels like it.
Yeah. And it was, first of its kind. It was just, it was such a good thing. But The Last of Us 2 comes out May 2020 of this year. Oh, yeah, this year, 2020. I was going to say next year. It is this year. And then finally, the last of it is Ghost of Tsushima Summer 2020. So those are the games I'm really excited for, specifically for this one, because new engine, different specs. I forget who the makers of this is, but that's gonna be Sean, you're not gonna see me. Like it's just it's like you won't even have to answer or ask what question. Case, what are you doing? Ghost of Tsushima. Right,
I'm gonna turn on the PlayStation and see you logging in a lot of hours there.
I'm just gonna play that game. It's literally gonna be that classic. But Sean, as we end the first podcast of 2020, I do want to shout out to everyone that we have an encounter with on 2019. All the interviews, everybody else. Expect more stuff coming from Sean and I. Maybe an actual live. Like I'll go over. No, I'll make that happen, and we'll do like a city podcast. I think that would be pretty cool. All together. But all the links are underneath below. Chef Salty Pork Podcast on YouTube. You can find episodes there. You can check out Sean at MetroCardX on Twitter. Right there. Let me blow it up into the big screen real quick. Chef Salty Pork on Patreon. This is if you're like a subscriber, this is what you would see. Again, this is not porn. It's just our videos on there. Okay. You can find all the other episodes on Anchor.com or .fm rather. It will give you all if it reloads at all. Okay, it won't reload. But anyway, it gives you all the good things on everywhere else that you can find podcasts, any platform, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, whatever. It's on there. However, it will come across first on Launchpad DM. However, Sean, do you have one final or your first saying of 2020. What do you want to
it's
say?
gonna sound really
everybody?
corny, and I feel like a lot of people are saying it, but 2020, obviously the beginning of a new decade. 2020 is a clear vision, so hopefully you're looking at the beginning of your new decade with a clear vision of what you want to do, you know, how you can make changes, maybe not necessarily resolutions, but revolutions, you know.
Some fries, motherfucker.
So that's what I got. That's what I got.
Amazing,
Man.
Sean. That was amazing.
That's it. And if you happen to be at a Papa John's, I guess get some Alfredo pizza. It's $10. I guess.
Let us know how you guys like the intro, by the way. That is the new intro going into 2020. I think I'm going to do this yearly, Sean. I think we're going to go through some new intros, some new things. But again, if you want an actual sample, you know what? The first 20 people to email me right there on AskChefSalty@gmail.com, I will send you that file, just a little snippet that's from us. And I think that'd be kind of cool. But other than that,
Peace out, Internet.